What's up, YouTube? Here we got the 50cc. We're gonna take it back apart. I'm gonna show you guys what I did to fix it. First thing you're gonna need 10mm ratchet and socket, Phillips screwdriver, and a flathead. You got a Phillips here. Take this Phillips off. Phillips over here. You got two 10mm bolts here and here. Take those off. Then you got 5 of the little push clips. So don't try to pry them out, you're not gonna get them out. You gotta push the centerpiece in, push in till it pops. Then you can pry it out. The way these work is, let me show you real quick. You push this in. When you push this in, it's flush, it pops these out. So if you push it in till it pops, now it allows you to compress this and it pops it out. A lot of people try to pry the centerpiece out and end up breaking it. So it's just that easy. You just push in, now you pry it out. Push in, pry out. Push in, pry out. Push in, pry it out. Now the side engine cover comes off, which then will give you access to your carburetor. So here's the carburetor. This screw right here, this is your idle screw. If you have issues with your idle, you adjust this little screw in. My issue I was having was my part throttle to full throttle. So once I looked at my manual, I adjusted my hand throttle here. They say 1 to 3 millimeters of play. That gets adjusted in here. You loosen this nut up, and then you tighten or screw, lengthen or shorten your throttle cable, and then tighten the lock nut once you have that measurement. So I had that measurement. That's usually for your full throttle. That's usually for the full throttle. And then you go back to your carburetor. So what the book doesn't show you is this adjustment right here. This is your part throttle. I want to say 1/4 to 3/4 throttle control. This one was adjusted about 2.5 turns out. That's where I was having my issue. It was flooding my carburetor. So once I knew I had my idle where I wanted it, where the four-wheeler would stay on after warm up at idle, I went on. This from the factory comes with sealant. It's covered with sealant, so you have to take the little sealant stuff off. Once you pull it off, you'll see the screw. So this one I put on the jack stand. I turned the four-wheeler on, and once it's on, I start giving it throttle until it dies. So what I did is I screwed it all the way in, it idled, so I started giving it part throttle, it would die. So I started backing it out half a turn till I got to 1.5. Once I got to 1.5, it started acting better. So then I started adding quarter turns till I got to 2. It didn't like 2, so I backed it off another quarter. So I'm at 175 on this, and it's acting good. So now I can start it. I have idle, I have part throttle, and what controls your full throttle is the little gate that's in here. There's like a little plate that your actual your throttle lever pulls up. So when I took the carburetor apart, I seen most videos where you can actually adjust it. It has an adjustment to move up like 3 slots and stuff with the little I want to call it like a little circlip. So once you remove that circlip, you can move it 3 spaces or 2 spaces. So it's got 3 slots. Well, mine doesn't. This particular 4-wheeler doesn't have those 3 slots. So what I did is I made sure the carburetor was clean, everything. Once I adjusted the idle, the part throttle, and the throttle plate, I cranked it up, let it warmed up, and it was acting perfect. So now I can actually start it up. So there you hear it idling. You take parking brake off. Throttle, full throttle. And now it stays running, it doesn't die. I'm gonna have my son, we're gonna take it out today, get it on a little bit of dirt, a little bit of grass, and we're gonna run it out there, see what it does. So I replaced it with this. CR7 HSA. So this was the original one, the NGK CR6 HSA. I'm gonna run it with the 6 first, since everything has been adjusted for the 6. If I see that it's lacking power or anything, I'll go back to the 7, readjust everything, and see how it runs after that. But as of right now, the machine's running pretty good, at least here in the garage on the jack stand. So we're gonna take it out later on today, see how it performs out on the actual on an actual load. So stay tuned, guys. All right, to put it back together, you pretty much put it in reverse order. But if you see these notches, you want these to go under the plastics. So the way I do it is I put it in at an angle like this. And then rotate it downwards. Make sure your pull rope is out of here. Grab your 2 10mm. They go on the bottom. You don't want to over tighten it. This is not a construction equipment, so make sure you guys don't over tighten it. So on your clips, you see how when you pull them out, you pop the little pin in. So now you're gonna put them back in. You want to pop it out to where it looks like that. You pop them all out. And then you push them in. You want them flush. I just pushed it all the way, so I had to take it back out. There you go. And then your 2 Phillips on the ends. Done, ready to ride. Here we go. We're gonna go a ride out for on the 50 and the 90.